comparison. Chat wants to know if we think that Oliver and Laurel will ultimately end up together because of comics canon, because evidently there are other after shows that hold that opinion. Guys, we aren't other after shows. We don't all have the same opinions. And since when does this show care about comic canon?
Yeah, I would say...
Look how many cares it does not give. They pretty much set up that Laurel has definitely moved on, as has Oliver, and it would take some incredible character assassination to shoehorn them back together. So I'm going to go with no, and it's not just because I really like Olicity. Even if they broke up, Laurel and Oliver is a ship that has sailed and torpedoed and sunk and doesn't have any buried treasure to dig up, so there's really no reason to go back to it.
There was actually an interview with Katie Cassidy, and someone had asked her about Wallivers, how they shipped it up. I was like, okay, whatever. Either way, she had said that...
Because it's funny.
Yeah, well, she had said she didn't know, but one of the things she said is you'd also have to deal with the fact that they're all in the same crew, and unless Felicity departs, like
awkward.
Exactly. Why would you do that to your friend? Now there goes a circle of trust. How are you going to work together when I can't trust you around my man?
Right. Yeah, but I think there is a certain cross section of the fan community that is going to be really, really angry anytime anything happens that isn't exactly like the books. And look,
is true.
I'm the first guy to go every time they do something, no matter how tiny that I recognize from comics. I'm like, oh, give me more. That's amazing.
Right.
But there are more important things, far more important things at the end of the day than absolute slavish fealty to the source material.
Well, even some of the producers, sorry to cut you off, I would say some of the producers that even said, look, this show is inspired by the comic book, but it is not the comic book, and they're not going to write the stories exactly as that, because you'd be disservicing the people that do read the comics, only in the sense that now they're going to know what's going to happen because they're following the same storyline. So it's like they want to keep it a nice surprise for the comic fans. For those of us who are not comic fans, they want to intrigue you with great stories, and that's why they give the little Easter eggs here and there, just so the comic book people are like, oh yeah, it's really exciting.
Well,
but yeah, I don't want you to know what's going to happen because you read book number whatever 120, and now you already know that this is what the end game is for this character.
And on top of that, I'm sorry, I just cut you off too. No, your turn. Speak.
They've established their own universe here. It's inspired by, not an adaptation of.
Correct.
It's not like, I've read the books, I know what's going to happen in the movie. It's completely different.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the biggest reason that these characters have all lasted so long, I mean, Green Arrow was created in the 40s, you know what I mean? The reason these characters still exist and have managed to sustain themselves is because there are so many, similar in many respects, so many different iterations of all of these characters, and each one is equally valid. So I don't see them not ending up together as something that you should condemn the entire thing over.
Right.
Yeah. We've got a couple of comments in chat about it. Asheen Gill says Katie Cassidy herself has said that she ships Olicity at this point. And Aylin Mendoza says Oliver and Diggle would happen first.
Nice.
Digiver?
You know, there was actually an interview with Emily Bett Rickards, and she had said for the longest time, she didn't even know what Olicity was. I mean, she's so busy working anyways, so she didn't realize that fans had become so involved and really in love with the idea of the two of them together. So she thought that was really cool. And one of the other things she said is that she loves working with Stephen Amell, obviously, but she says it's like one of her favorite things because obviously they've had a relationship now just as friends for 4 years, so now being able to work together on set in such a close manner in this relationship is just so much fun. And I was like, yeah, it'd be fun working with him too.
They've got the chemistry.
Oh, absolutely.
They have the on-screen chemistry for it.